Hey, I'm Alex Bowman. I have no clue what I'm doing right now. Welcome to NASCAR.com's GarageCam. Here's Matt Dillner, your host.
Well, a lot of people are wondering what you're doing, Alex Bowman, because you're not in a Cup car, but you're going to be running the Xfinity car in May, but you're walking around the garage here. I know you're a native of the area. How much are you itching to get back in one of these Sprint Cup Series cars?
A lot. You know, it's I didn't really expect to not be in one, so I've just been hanging out, kind of trying to be ready when I get back in the car. It's really, really boring. I sit on my couch a lot and play a lot of video games. So.
And watch GarageCam.
Yeah.
Do you miss us?
Yeah. Every second of every day I think about you. I miss you all the time. I watch every episode of GarageCam.
And you miss Chuck
long.
too, probably, right?
Yeah.
No. Okay, let's be real.
I mean, my favorite memory of probably all time in the Sprint Cup Series is surfing you in the kiddie pool.
NASCAR Spring Break, buddy.
Yeah, NASCAR Spring Break last year.
And so. Chuck was wearing a sleeveless shirt with a lot of hair attached to the shirt. It wasn't his though.
I had America floaties on. It was great. So I miss that for sure.
All right, say hi to your fans real quick. We got to roll.
Hi fans. You got to roll. So yeah, go do important stuff. I'm gonna walk around and.
Hey, you're important to us.
Well,
Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman. You know him, you love him. If you're on NASCAR.com consistently throughout the last few years, well, you know Alex Bowman because he's one of the good personalities over sport. He's not out of the sport though. He'll be in the Xfinity Series, driving for Junior Motorsports later this year in May. But no Sprint Cup Series ride for the Arizona native. Let's go from one Arizona native to the other in the Michael McDowell's number 95 Thrivent Financial car. I'm your host, Matthew Dillner. This is NASCAR.com GarageCam live. If you're watching it live, to the left of this video screen right here that you see Michael McDowell and Chris Buescher's number 34 Dockside Logistics machine, you see a little, well, it's a white bubble on the top left if you're watching it live. Click on that bubble, it opens up a chat room. It's our interactive garage. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you want to see today on NASCAR.com GarageCam, and you just never know who you're going to bump into. We might even bump into David Reagan here, who's busy at work. He's in there working on some things in the interior, looking at his belts, his Simpson belts, maybe getting the rest of his containment seat mounted in this number 23. It looks like they have a decent amount of work to do here on this number 23. A lot of teams very busy in between the two races of NASCAR Goes West. All right there, Reagan. Have you been busy? Have you been home, or did you?
Yeah, I went home. So this NASCAR Goes West is fun for a few days, but I've got another child on the way. So my wife's due next weekend, so I've been going home to try to help out around the house, spend a little bit of time with Jacqueline, and so I've been NASCAR Goes East, NASCAR Goes West, back and forth.
So it's safe to say that you're on baby watch right now. How is that going?
You know, it'll be really nerve-wracking in Fontana if she hasn't had the baby. This week we're in that comfort zone where I think everything's okay, but hopefully by Fontana she'll have it.
You know, I've got to ask you, have you guys made any concession plans as a team?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit, obviously.
And who would be in it?
I'll travel back and forth. If she has the baby on a Friday or Saturday, I'll go back home and then come back for the race. But, you know, if she has it Sunday morning, I'm going to have to go back home and be with my wife. So we'll have a plan. We'll have somebody on standby. But the days and the odds are in my favor. You know, 6 days out of the week is a lot better odds than just that one day on Sunday.
I'd be a bad reporter if I didn't ask who you got standing by.
Yeah, well, we don't really know. There's 2 or 3 options. It'll be an Xfinity driver that is already at the racetrack that, you know, is approved to run some truck or cup races. So I don't know who that'll be, but we'll have someone that's run some cup races before.
Well, we appreciate your time. David Reagan, driver of the Dr. Pepper number 23 on Baby Watch. And who knows who'll be in that seat? Will it be an Xfinity driver? Could it be Alex Bowman, who we just saw? He has experience with this BK Racing team in the number 23 Dr. Pepper ride. So you never know, but hopefully a good, safe delivery and a great time for a great family in our sport with David Reagan.
You know, Matt, part of the NASCAR Goes West thing, this car right here, this 15, you were showing it. I didn't want you to show me. I just wanted to talk about the fact that Clint Boyer spent the day with the Kansas City Royals on Wednesday.
There.
I was there. It was pretty cool. We got to sit right by the field in one of the wells while we were shooting the stuff. There's some good stuff.
Was it a well or was it a dugout?
It's a well. It's a camera well.
Yeah.
Next to the dugout, because it's actually on field level. It's not dug down into the ground like the dugout. But on NASCAR.com, he was wired. We were listening to him. He was talking to Ned Yost. who is a huge NASCAR fan, as well as a World Series winning manager for the Kansas City Royals. Check it out on NASCAR.com. It's on the NASCAR.com NASCAR Goes West page, presented by Allegiant Air. It's a lot of things that I just said there.
And I just saw it last night. I was on the NASCAR mobile app out at dinner, and I watched the piece. It was fantastic. My wife is a huge Kansas City Royals fan. We have somebody on NASCAR.com whose brother is part of the Royals organization. But I just got to say how cool it is when you cross-pollinate between two sports. We've got a huge Kansas City Royals fan in Clint Boyer, a Kansas native, and a huge NASCAR fan in World Series winning coach Ned Yost. That's a pretty awesome story. Raleigh Fingers makes an appearance.
Raleigh Fingers was there. Rob Riggle, George Brett. It was.
You gotta watch
baseball. You got to watch it. You got to watch it.
Well, thank you, Chuck. I'm glad you mentioned that, just in case I forgot it, because I saw it last night. What a piece. Great job by you and the boys here at NASCAR.com, trying to churn out some cool stuff for you. And speaking of cool stuff, look at this paint scheme on the number 83. Orange is one of my favorite colors besides black. Well, that's black and orange. It's perfect. Guido on the name on the door. It's Matt D. Benedetto. Pretty cool looking paint scheme. The new scheme right here, and the same old sponsor, because they're coming on the board here on the number 38, along with Landon Castle this year, and Snap Fitness going to be on the side of this number 38 for LC for some races this year. So pretty cool to see Snap Nation on board. I can't snap. I'm a terrible snapper. Thank you, Chuck. Michael Annette, the Flying J machine. We're having a little bit of issues with our mobile chat room. You guys aren't, but down here, something's going on with our signal. We're trying to get it, but we'd like to see who at least got the pole position. But, should we have guessed it? I think it's like 3 times out of 4. Louis DiDonato, bing, bam, boom, pole position for Louis DiDonato. First person in today's interactive garage. That's our little chat room there where you click the bubble. Get on in there. Aaron Littrell is in there watching from school. I would love to see the 24 and the 88. Well, there's your number 24. I don't know what you're doing in school. You're in the cafeteria eating some generic chicken nuggets or a Salisbury steak?
Square pizza,
or you in math class. I don't like math because I had to do math this weekend. We're in Mountain Time in Phoenix, and GarageCam's at 10 a.m., which is noon Eastern Time. So when promoting the show, you have to be very careful to tweet out the right time.
And I do hope you are paying attention in class, Aaron.
Yes, pay attention, assert yourself, because you can be what you want to be. And if you try hard enough, you could be Chuck Busch, or you could be CJ Latirzo. And if you try any harder, you could be me.
You could try a little bit less.
You could be me.
Sorry, Erica, I made fun of him again.
Yes, it's okay. She only somewhat hates you.
I know.
Number 44, Brian Scott. They're watching right now. My son and my wife are watching GarageCam. Hello. Shout out. Shout out to some more people in the chat room right now, including DRL 14 fan. Hi, y'all. Well, she didn't say y'all. I made it y'all. Lunchtime viewing. You got to love it. Stuart Haas, number 14 and number 44. And there's the Ty Dillon Tracker Boats, number 14. Bass Pro Shops rocking on the hood. Got the bass. And Ty Dillon pulling double duty this weekend. Another ride in the Cup car. Tony Stewart and Stuart Haas Racing announcing that Tony will be undergoing some rehabilitation. So moving forward in the progress to get Tony better and then eventually, of course, get him back where he belongs in the seat of this number 14 car in his farewell season. Danica Patrick's Nature's Bakery, number 10. You know what? I don't have any reason to say this, but I'm just going to say it. I love Nature's Bakery. I had one. I'm not a health food guy, but that stuff rocks. AJ Allmendinger's, number 47. And then right here, of course, the number 13 of Casey Mears. And here's Kid Casey, hanging with Dax. Hanging with Dax. Is he getting you in trouble here?
Yeah, he's telling me all the secrets to work in the back half of this automobile and how to do it right.
All right, man. You having any fun? NASCAR Goes West. Last year, I think it was yesterday, was the anniversary, 1-year anniversary of you and I attempting not to nosedive in a car out in the dunes. Did you have any fun? Did you go to the desert?
We almost let you experience a good endo, which would have been fun. But I think you settled it down.
Yeah, my weight helped.
Your weight settled it down. This year's been a little bit more laid back. I'm just gonna spend time with my wife and the kids. We came out here a little bit early and had some pool time. At the resort we're at, they have a trapeze act going on, so we hopped on that and checked that thing out, which was
really
interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's higher than it looks once you get up there.
How'd that go?
It was fun, man. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I'm good with sideways G's though. Like lateral
not up
G's,
and down.
But vertical G's and like the blood rushing in my head was a different story. So I had something to learn there, but it's been fun. I love coming out here, and we got some off-road toys in the just outside the garage here to look at, which makes it always fun.
All right. Casey Mears, the driver of this Geico Chevrolet. Right alongside Trevor Bain, the number 6 Avocare Ford. His Roush compadre, the Cheez-It ride. Cheez-It on 2 Roush cars this weekend. It's in the Xfinity Series on Bubba Wallace's car. So if you're snacky, if you're hungry, if you're watching NASCAR.com GarageCam, you'll have 2 chances to see some Cheez-Its and maybe a little time between to go to the supermarket and get you some, or at least get to the cupboard. Look at Buzz. Oh, he's pulling the car all by himself. It's nothing to do with Jeff Meanering here. It was just completely all Buzz. None of these guys are even pushing or pulling. The number 20 Matt Kenseth Toyota being backed into its stall here at Phoenix International Raceway. And oh, what a beautiful place. Hey, what's up, brother? What a beautiful place this is, Phoenix. Of course, Rattlesnake Hill, the mountains in the distance. One of the most picturesque racetracks we go to. I was talking about it on Twitter the other day. I honestly think between this place, Watkins Glen, and Sonoma, it's the hat trick of scenic NASCAR racetracks. You say?
Is it hat trick?
Yeah. Hat trick, yeah. Oh, this is GarageCam. Some of the teams getting these cars ready right now. You see the side skirts going on the number 42 machine right there on the left side. The boys getting those puppies on right now. Four starts so far for Kyle Larson here. I believe his top finish was 10th or something. I used to have some notes about that. I'm just, I think it was 10th. Spring last year, right? The 10th in the spring last year. Chuck Bush just showed me my notes. Thank you. Chuck, you're the man. Regan Smith, the number 7 machine, the Tommy Baldwin Racing entry, and of course Regan Smith, part of our Dirty Air podcast. If you haven't watched, if you haven't just subscribed on NASCAR YouTube, on the NASCAR iTunes site. If you go to iTunes, subscribe to Dirty Air podcast. If you're on YouTube, you can watch the full episode. Of course, on NASCAR.com, the Dirty Air podcast with Sir Charles Haywood Bush III. I don't know why I'd call him Sir. The second. Kyle Busch, the champ. The Skittles Toyota. This is the second side of the garage right here, the noisier side of the garage. Jamie Little doing some of her notes right here. Getting ready for the Fox telecast of practice here at Phoenix International Raceway. The boys looking in here, getting the oil temps up on this number 48 here before they turn this car around and get it ready for practice. There's no computer on the top, so they're really not doing anything else but getting the oil temps up on that number 48. The number 4 car of Kevin Harvick up on the jack stand, on the scale pads right now, getting her weighed and getting her tuned in. Kevin Harvick, a 7-time winner here at Phoenix International Speedway. Nobody has more wins at Phoenix, past, present, at all, than Kevin Harvick. This is the guy that gets it done here. And if you want to talk about Kevin Harvick, well, basically you talk about this place, 1,345 laps led, more than anybody at Phoenix. So the freaky fast car, expect this car to be towards the top of the scoring pylon in practice, in qualifying, and maybe at the end of the day with that checkered flag. Number 22, Shell Pennzoil car, Joey Logano. He has yet to win here at the Phoenix International Speedway. What we're going to do here is we're going to take a walk, and we're going to go all the way down here because I want to come back to this area here. See if we can get a few more shout outs in the process here. People on the chat room checking out. Sorry about, we've got a little difficulties with our tablet down here. But Emma Hart, you want to see Paul Menard's car? I think we're coming up to the Paul Menard car. Cool to get a Paul Menard request. Krista Burrell, of course, you're in here. Leah Bartlett. Donna. Oh, Donna, you want to see Truex? We'll get you. We'll get you that, Donna. Hold on, Donna.
We may be having some issues with the digital side of the tablet, but the analog side works fine.
The analog side works great. The analog side is my notes.
And guess what? We're halfway.
We're halfway on NASCAR.com GarageCam, and that's right. Here's your number 27, Paul Menard, the Eau Claire, Wisconsin native. Red number on the side of this car this week, and Timmy Latiga, star crewman Timmy Latiga, saying hello to you on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Oh, you gotta love it. Some fun personalities, not just behind the wheel of these cars. The Granger paint scheme for Ryan Newman, the number 31. Newman a winner here at Phoenix International Raceway. He can get it done here, so epic battle. Man, if I remember that, I think it was him and Jeff Gordon that just had one whale of a battle here several years ago, and Ryan Newman coming up the winner. Jamie Mack, the number 1. Jamie McMurray's raced here a ton, Jamie McMurray has, and still has yet to get a win here. 25 races. His best finish, though, was in the spring, this race in 2015, so hopefully they could get things on track. They've struggled a little bit this year, this number 1 team, trying to find their mojo and find that speed off the trailer. It seems like they tuned it in just in time for the end of the race. So, you know, this is a good team with a really strong crew chief and some strong personnel on board this Chip Ganassi Racing number 1, and they'll get it figured out here with veteran driver Jamie McMurray. Eric Amarola, the number 43. Scrolling along here on NASCAR.com. And we got the rookie that just came off one heck of a performance last week at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and that is Ryan Blaney. Great week for Ryan Blaney. 6th place finish in Las Vegas. A great showing for Penske at Las Vegas. 1, 2, and 6, because Wood Brothers, of course, is affiliated with the Penske organization. So a great team effort for this front runner in the Ford camp. And 14th in points right now for the rookie. So Rookie of the Year battle is definitely a heated one between Chase Elliott, Brian Scott. You got yourself Kerry Earnhardt, and there is Casey Kane in the Great Clips car. Casey walking by there. He was part of the NASCAR Goes West deal yesterday, tweaking out some cool stuff. New paint scheme, there it is, the first time on the track this year for the Exalta number 88, the Exalta colors. Dale Earnhardt Jr., man, I'll tell you what, he loves this Exalta paint scheme. It's got the fade from the red down to the yellow, and it's pretty darn sexy right here. Exalta Coating Systems number 88, the Hendrick Motorsports boys getting this puppy all set for practice. Practice number 1 of the Sprint Cup Series underway. Of course, a 3-time winner here, Dale Earnhardt Jr. It was about 10 years, 11 years between his wins here. So last year, of course, the fall race winner. It rained, we were soaking wet. But Dale Earnhardt Jr. can get it done in Texas. You hear that noise right there, and that's Denny Hamlin's car. But the car that we're looking at right now needs mentioning, because Ricky Stenhouse really has not gotten a lot of attention so far this year. And I'll tell you what, Stenhouse is 11th in points, coming off a strong 12th place finish at Las Vegas. This number 17 car, and these boys have figured it out. So really making some headway here. And if you notice, they're on the main side of the garage. Joey Logano walking with his computer, headed to the front of the car right now. back to the front of the garage area right here. You see Bieber right there, working on the car right there, looking at some heights and some numbers, writing some stuff down. Veteran tire guy here in the garage. He used to work with Jeff Gordon back in the day. So many different ways to measure heights in this car. They've got a stick in there right now where the jacking bolts are, a little piece of tape there with some measurements there between there, measuring things with the side skirts. Remember, no ride heights on these cars any longer, so different things you want to measure though, because everything is so precise on these race cars. You see the scale pads right here that the car's on. Every little adjustment on these race cars jacks around weight. When you jack around weight in a race car, it changes everything about a race car. All the handling characteristics of a race car get changed. And hey, check it out, it's Joey Logano. I'm fat. All right, Joey, you've had some fun so far with NASCAR Goes West. I heard you went like hiking.
I went hiking yesterday with the wife, which is good. I had to come out here early. We had a discount tire commercial.
Okay.
So then I had the rest of the day to kind of do nothing. So we went to Echo Mountain.
Okay.
I don't know.
I heard you saw some wildlife. What did you see?
It's a lizard, but it was like I don't know what it was.
It kind of looked like Dale Jr.'s car with the red fade.
It did. I wasn't getting too close to it.
No.
But it was really high. It didn't look bad. Like I walked up to it, like, this won't be that hard. Like an hour and a half later, we finally got to the top. It was like, and it was steep. And I was a little nervous. Like I didn't want to hurt myself. I felt like I was on the edge. I'm not very coordinated. So I was like, this probably wasn't the smartest move, but I'm okay.
So what other wildlife did you see?
My wife.
Okay. We always have fun coming to talk to you.
I didn't really go after that one.
No, I was going to ask you a racing question, but heck with it. Joey Logano in the number 22 has yet to get a win here at Phoenix, but what a great attitude. And Brittany, hopefully you don't watch GarageCam. And if you do, hopefully you laugh. That was pretty good. I was trying to bait him because I think I heard that they saw a whole bunch of different wildlife out there too. A lot of wildlife in Phoenix, including Rory. PR guy extraordinary here. Look at this. This is what a PR guy does. He doesn't just write press releases. He gets run over by race cars, and he takes pictures that you can see on, he's with True Speed Communication. He takes pictures you can see on Kurt Busch's, and of course this team's Twitter account. So if you're a social media guru, you're following probably all these teams, or at least your favorite teams. You could also use the hashtag GarageCam. We love to talk to you on GarageCam. We love to talk to you on Twitter, in the chat room. We love to talk all the time. Number 11 car of Denny Hamlin right here, the number 19 car of Carl Edwards. Man, he's already strapped into that number 19, but I believe a 3-time winner here at Phoenix International Speedway. The number 19 car certainly can get it done here. This bunch right here, they've been fast. So new crew chief combination this year for Carl Edwards. 2 Phoenix wins for Carl Edwards. Well, maybe he'll make it a 3rd this weekend. Trevor Bain signing some fans' autographs here, and he's been busy with NASCAR Goes West, biking with a lot of his friends here from the NASCAR garage. Martin Truex Jr. Okay, he doesn't have the big stats here, but I'll tell you what, this 78 car is a fast car, when we come here to Phoenix, so don't count out the number 78 of Martin Truex. You see Rattlesnake Hill in the background of the number 78 Tracker Boats Bass Pro Shops machine. Austin Dillon, the number 3, the Welcome North Carolina driver. Austin Dillon and this number 3 team with Slugger Labby at the helm. I'll tell you what, they are motoring this year in 2016. 2 top 10 finishes. His best finish here, though, 15th, in the spring of 15. But I got a feeling that this 3 team is going to be out to better that finish this weekend. Remember, they're coming off a 5th place finish in Las Vegas last week, and a 5th place finish that this young driver learned so much. They had problems early in the race, and he kind of came unglued on the radio. Slugger Labby, the veteran crew chief with Busch North Series experience, so much experience here in the Cup Series, years of racing season in his blood, came on the radio And what did they do? They went out there. Austin made a mistake himself, a learning process, and guess what? This team battled back, both driver and team, and scored a 5th place finish at Las Vegas. Speaking of great finishes right here, Ricky Stenhouse has been the poster child of Roush Racing so far in 2016, and looking for big things this week. Here is Ricky Stenhouse getting the wheel on and getting it indexed properly before he climbs out of this number 17 Fastenal Ford. Stenhouse having a great season so far in 2016. And you know what? I'd like to attribute some of that success to this new aero package. If you look at the back of these machines right here, a shorter spoiler, less downforce on these race cars makes them harder to handle, harder to steer. They get a little looser quicker. Some of the racetracks we've been at, the new Goodyear tire combinations have proven to have tires that fall off. I don't mean fall off the car, we mean they wear. When a tire wears, that means the cars get out of shape, the cars get squirrely, the cars get loose, and they're a handful for these drivers. Jr. and his Exalted Chevrolet right here. It's pretty loud, but you're looking at the number 88 here. You can barely hear ourselves talk here on NASCAR.com, so it's kind of hard to interview drivers right now. But we'll see if we can show you Dale Earnhardt Jr. There's Junior. Ready to go. Next week he'll have the superhero fire suit on. This week he's got the brand new Exalted colors here in the garage area. Quite a beautiful paint scheme here. Eli Gold over there talking with him right now. Voice of Alabama football, and of course a longtime NASCAR broadcaster is Eli Gold. Started out in the racing realm as a quarter announcer for MRN back in the day. Always great to hear him. And there is Ryan Blaney, driver of the number 21. Quite a performance last week with the 6th place finish in Las Vegas, Nevada for this young driver. And we'll get in here with, all right, buddy, NASCAR goes west. Have you had any fun so far out here?
I had a lot of fun in Vegas.
Yeah, 6th place finish.
I won money and we ran well, so I'm actually staying out west until Los Angeles, so I go to LA next week. So we'll get first practice started and see what we got.
All right, Ryan Blaney right there. They're about to back this number 21 Wood Brothers car out of the stall. I believe that Ryan Blaney is going to take that trip with his compadre, Bubba Wallace, and if so, we might have a really cool video coming up, possibly on NASCAR.com. We're working on it right now, so that could be a cool thing. Jamie Mack getting strapped in, getting ready. He's moving the belts right there. You see drivers do that often. You know, I've raced a race car before. A lot of people that haven't, like, why do they duck in there right before they go in the car? Well, basically, they move the belts out of the way. They get them loosened up already, so when you get in the car, like Jamie McMurray is about to, it's easier because the belts, you're not sitting on the belts. They're not behind your back. You have to reach underneath. And they're loosened up to where they buckle easily, and then you tighten them up. Jamie Mack, the number 1 car right here. Super loud here in the garage area. Let's get to where it's a little bit more quiet over here, and this is the NASCAR technical inspection area right here at Phoenix. Of course, we kind of have open air garages here at Phoenix, which is a pretty unique thing. Some of the teams have said over the years it's tight quarters, but the fact that it's open, such an open air environment, I kind of like it. It's got that short track racing feel. Ryan Newman right here about to roll out of technical inspection. Looked like they got the green light, they got the go card to take these little caps off the side of the car right here. That's what they'll do. They'll stop the car and do that after laser inspection. And now they'll be able to participate in practice. Right now, only a few minutes to go till practice. Still a few cars rolling through technical inspection, including the Penske number 2 of Brad Keselowski. Ryan Newman walks on by. And that about does it. We have another show on tap for you, though. Make sure you tune in NASCAR Xfinity Series GarageCam later on today. It'll be 12:30 local time. That's 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe, on NASCAR.com. NASCAR Xfinity Series GarageCam. But hey, make sure you tune in to watch this awesome race here at this beautiful 1 mile facility. The Good Sam 500, Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fox. Listen to it on the radio on MRN and, of course, on Sirius XM Satellite Radio NASCAR. And until next time, we'll see you at the